Hi guys! Welcome to my channel. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. In this video, we will talk about bank deposits in detail. So make sure to watch the full video. Interested in investing in bank deposits? Bank deposits are a form of medium and long-term savings where the interest rate varies according to the balance of the deposit and the length of time it is held. Individuals deposit their own money with a financial institution, which in turn holds the funds and repays interest. This interest is paid until the end of the agreed period or until the client fulfills the conditions required by the organization. If you are one of these people, please consider it. You have an image of being a conservative investor. You are more concerned about security than income. You are looking for a certain return, even if it is low. The difference between a deposit and an interest-bearing account, which one to choose? Both are forms of long-term savings, but there are some differences between an interest-bearing account and a bank deposit. The main difference between an interest-bearing account and a term deposit is that a term deposit has a fixed term, for example 1, 3 or 5 years, while the funds can be withdrawn when needed. There are also different repayment options. Interest-bearing accounts can be paid monthly, quarterly, semi-annually or annually, while term deposits, the most common, are paid to the customer only at the end of the term. Some other types of payments are made on a regular basis. Another difference is the maximum balance payable and the terms of the agreement. Interest-bearing accounts tend to have lower balances than deposits. In addition, they require more conditions than deposits, such as being in receipt of a salary. How much money can you earn with a bank deposit? Currently, you can earn up to 1.17% annual interest on your deposits. Specifically, this return is offered by J&T Bank on the Raisin platform for 60 months. As you can see, this return can only be achieved over a longer period. In this case, 5 years. Let's look at an example to see how much you could earn if you invest in a deposit for a more typical period of 36 months, 3 years. You have 30,000 euros deposited in a bank term deposit. Deposit term: 36 months. Yield is 1%. PA's inner interest is paid in installments. If you choose this option after 3 years, 36 months, you will get back the extra 30,000 euros and a profit of 900 euros, a total of 30,900 euros. This means that 30,000 euros x 1% NIR x 3 years equals 900 euros fixed interest on your original investment. Interest rate on deposits. Demand deposit. So-called demand deposits can be withdrawn or deposited at any time without prior notice. Penalty to the contracting financial institution. However, they generally do not generate a profit. A current account is a type of demand deposit. Time deposit. The most common type of deposit. These are funds that are invested for a fixed period of time and earn interest. The repayment term is set by the bank and is usually priced so that the longer the term, the higher the interest rate. If you try to withdraw your money before maturity, the bank is likely to penalize you. Structured deposits. They are similar to term deposits, but with a different term. The main difference between the two is that a structured or variable deposit does not guarantee a constant return. It depends on the evolution of the financial asset. This is because part of the money is invested in the financial market to obtain that return. However, although term deposits are not as safe, they can have higher interest rates. Minimum and maximum investment amounts. When investing funds in medium and long-term savings products, most financial institutions require a minimum amount to reward the customer. In the case of deposits, financial institutions usually set a minimum amount of between 5,000 and 10,000 euros, although in some cases it can be as low as €1. The maximum amount varies considerably from bank to bank. Some cannot exceed 100,000 euros, the amount guaranteed by the Deposit Insurance Fund, while others extend it further. Permanent and early withdrawal. Before making a deposit, it is important to pay attention to the duration of the deposit. As the name implies, a term deposit stipulates that the funds cannot be used for a certain period of time. In return for this permanence, only in most cases will you receive a payment at the end of the deposit period. In other words, the longer you keep your savings, the higher the bonus the bank will offer you. Renewal option. If you want to deposit part of your savings for a long time, you can choose the rollover option, provided that the product institution with which you have a contract allows rollover. It is therefore important to check whether the bank offers an extension option and under what conditions. In some cases, the bank will pay the interest on the loan when it matures. In other cases, however, the interest will continue to accrue on the next deposit until the maturity date of the last product you have chosen. Taxation. Interest on long-term savings products, such as interest-bearing accounts and bank deposits, is subject to personal income tax as a capital gain on the basis of savings taxation. How do I sign up for a bank transfer? You can make a deposit directly with the institution that manages your deposit, either at a branch if you have one or online if you do not. You can also do it through an intermediary such as Raisin. Raisin is a digital intermediation platform that helps you receive your deposits from European banks. It does not manage your money, but acts as a bridge between you and the bank. It is required as a deposit agreement, a national identity card, or a valid identity card. Can I take out a deposit abroad? Of course you can. With Raisin and Finecto you can. As mentioned above, Raisin Spain only works with EU banks and most of them have an online registration. However, please note that if your contractual deposit exceeds your $50,000, you will have to notify the tax authorities that you have assets in a foreign bank. In this case, you will need to file Form 720. Are bank deposits in other countries just as safe? Yes, deposits from other countries can be safely processed through Raisin. The interest-bearing account is the Raisin account at Keytrade Bank, the Belgian branch of Arkia Direct Bank SA, France. The French Deposit Insurance Fund, like the Spanish fund, protects all depositors up to a maximum of your $100,000 per institution. Advantages and disadvantages of making a deposit. Now that you know that it is important to consider the various points and your interests as an investor when entering into a deposit contract, it is also important to highlight the advantages and disadvantages. Advantages of the deposit. Pay only a custody fee for the money deposited in your bank account. That it is a very easy financial product to conclude. The different conditions allow you to choose the one that suits you best. Know in advance the performance to be achieved. Disadvantages of deposits. Lack of liquidity, since if you withdraw the deposit you are obliged to keep it for a certain period of time. Withdrawing early may result in penalties. Low interest rates, set by the European Central Bank, tend to reduce profitability. Taxes. If the bank pays interest, it will have to pay the corresponding taxes at source. Generally, the profit earned will be included in capital gains. It will be added to your other income for the year and taxed as savings income. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.